Solo leveling, after witnessing that the national level hunter Thomas Andre was getting the absolute granny beat out of him by the one and only Sung Drippy Woo, agents of the Hunter Bureau couldn't do anything but watch, since getting in the middle of such a battle would only end in their deaths. As Drippy Woo kept pummeling Andre into the ground, he wondered how. How could a mage-type hunter produce such insane strength and speed? He questioned if he was really going to lose, stating that there was no way that was possible. Something like that could never happen to him. But as he felt every single one of Drippy Woo's blows, he denied it even further, saying that the only thing that defined him was his overwhelmingly oppressive violence. He suddenly stood up shouting that he is Thomas Andre, asking if he really thought this was enough to take him down. That is until Drippy Woo struck him from behind, saying that he had already told him, telling him that it didn't matter who he was. The hunters could only watch as their guildmaster was getting utterly destroyed into oblivion, making Adam White shout, asking and begging for him to stop. But that didn't stop Drippy Woo from pounding him over and over again. No diddy. Thomas Andre was getting hit with blow after blow, punch after punch, relentlessly getting pummeled into the ground. That is until he said the words, "It's over," stopping Papa Woo in his tracks. "I lost," Andre stated. The hunters watch on as the battle ultimately ended in Andre's defeat. Adam White couldn't believe his eyes, saying that to reduce the great Thomas Andre to such a state, asking how many hunters in the world could do such a feat, questioning if there are even any who could do so in the first place, stating that once this news gets out, it will shake the entire world completely. Adam White ordered the healer to heal him as quickly as possible, but the healer stated that every single one of his bones in his body had been broken, and since he had severe blood loss as well, he alone wouldn't be enough for this, saying that it would be better for all the healers to treat him together. The healer stated that it was only because he's a national-level hunter that he was able to survive this long, saying that any other hunter would have died at least 10 times over from this amount of damage. But luckily, it didn't look like anyone had died from this devastating battle. Adam White covered his face, saying that at least this was the best outcome that could have occurred. But suddenly, a bureau agent shouted, telling him to look over there, saying that Hunter Hwang Dong-soo wasn't breathing and that his heart wasn't beating, and that Sung Drippy Woo was nowhere to be seen. Back in Korea, at the top of a building, Rizzy Woo stated that he had used Shadow Exchange in order to swap locations with Baru, and asked the shadowy being next to him if it had been a while since he had been to Korea, saying that what he was looking at right at this moment was the city of Seoul. He stated that as they spoke, Baru was busy healing Jinwo to the best of his abilities in America. "My king," the shadow soldier called out, making Papa Woo respond, asking, "What is it?" The general grade shadow soldier kneeled down in one knee, asking him to bestow a name upon him as well. Drippy Woo responded, asking how the name Greed sounded to him, since he had died being a greedy MF, and asked Hwang Dong-soo what he thought about it and if he liked it. "Thank you, my king," Greed responded, making Drippy Woo order him to put his head back on the ground as punishment for the crimes he had committed when he was alive. The next day at the International Guild Conference, Sung Diddy Woo had finally arrived and questioned why there were so many reporters around today. The deputy director of the Hunter Bureau responded, saying that it seemed like the reporters were already well aware of the fight that occurred between him and Thomas Andre, and that it would be difficult for him to escape the attention. He stated that they had already secured a testimony from Hwang Dong-soo's party, saying that the Hunter Bureau would ensure that the truth behind the incident comes to light. Drippy Woo thought to himself, saying that he didn't want to think about Dong-soo anymore, since there was just one reason he had came to America, and as soon as his questions are answered, he would have no business being here anymore. The deputy handed over a pair of wireless earbuds without even the case to Drippy Woo, saying he would be translating the contents of the presentation to him with them. The Riz King finally arrived inside the building where the meeting, which contained the top-ranking hunters from every single country in the world, was being held. Feeling Drippy Woo's immaculate aura, the hunters turned to look at the man who defeated Thomas Andre, with Liu Jigang smiling at the sight of Rizzy Woo wearing one of his toughest fits yet.